knockout stages will come eventually. Do you think that Liverpool need to invest in January? The reason I ask that, Brian, is because there's a constituency of Liverpool fans who feel that the club's owners have been remiss in not investing in the squad ahead of this season. As much as in certain areas like midfield, for example.
Like there's always that argument, very hard to get good players in the January window and all that. But they got Diaz last year, and they've had one or two other successes in the past in that January window. It'll be hard to get players that are better. They're also going to have a lot of players coming back from injury, you would think, by then. Jota and Diaz, Thiago in and out. Oxlade-Chamberlain looked like he's on the way back. Keith is another one. But the truth of it is, they need a couple of better players than the ones they have at the moment, and some of the ones who are not playing so well, who've been there a long time, and thinking of Fabinho in the middle of the pitch in particular. So I think the manager will be backed. I think they will put the money into it if there's a player or two available that he wants. But it's hard to get players out. Some of the Portuguese players were very impressive for Sporting Lisbon tonight, Tommy. Ugarte in the middle of the field, very impressive player. Uruguayan. It might be what they do at the World Cup that will persuade certain clubs. But by then you might have the market might become that there's a lot of people after the same few players, and Liverpool may back out at that stage. Look, they'd love to get Bellingham, but they're not going to get Bellingham at the moment, I don't think. And that market is getting very, very pressurised.
Last word to you then, Damien, on Liverpool. Do you think that Klopp is going to rearm and get his players back and go full tilt in the traditional Liverpool style, or will he continue to try and evolve and play in a different way? What kind of Liverpool are we going to see in the knockout stages?
It's going to be interesting how that one plays out. It's tough to call. Jurgen Klopp is obviously a very strong-headed guy, has his ideas, and probably doesn't move from them very often. But I just hope that getting off the treadmill now for the World Cup and everybody being able to take stock, players probably get a week off, then they'll go on a training camp maybe for a couple of weeks, and then start building up to the restart of the Premier League season. Liverpool are blessed that they don't have all that many players going to the World Cup. They have a number, of course, but not a huge amount, so we will get some time to work with those players and obviously reassess things.
Reassess, indeed.